The quiet girl's name was Emily. She always sat in the corner of the school courtyard, reading her worn-out book, minding her own business. Most people ignored her except for one person, Ryan, a rich teen who thought his money made him untouchable. He and his friends laughed loudly, pointing at Emily's old shoes and faded backpack. One afternoon, Ryan walked up to her and knocked her books out of her hands, the pages scattering like fallen leaves. Emily froze, fighting the sting in her eyes. She didn't cry, not because she wasn't hurt, but because she was tired of giving people the satisfaction. What Ryan didn't know was that across the street, at a small roadside cafe, 10 members of a motorcycle club were taking a break from a long ride. Their leather jackets and roaring bikes scared most people. But they were calm, drinking coffee and sharing stories. From where they sat, the entire scene was visible. They watched the girl silently picking up her things while Ryan laughed with his friends. One of the bikers, a tall man with gray streaks in his beard, put down his cup. "That's enough," he muttered. The others nodded without a word. They didn't believe in starting trouble, but they couldn't stand the sight of someone being treated that way. They crossed the street together, not rushing, not threatening, just walking with purpose. Ryan saw them coming and his smile faded instantly. The leader stopped in front of him, not shouting, not touching him, only looking him straight in the eyes. "You don't look strong bullying someone who never fights back," he said calmly. "Real strength is in kindness. Remember that." Ryan swallowed hard. His friends backed away. He had never been spoken to like that, especially by people who carried themselves with such confidence. He didn't argue, didn't laugh. He simply nodded and stepped aside. Then the bikers turned to Emily. One of them gently handed her the last book she hadn't picked up yet. "You okay?" he asked softly. Emily nodded, surprised by their kindness. She whispered a thank you, her voice barely louder than the wind. The bikers gave her a reassuring smile before heading back to their cafe, leaving her with a little more courage than she had that morning. The next day, Ryan didn't approach Emily again. In fact, he seemed quieter, more thoughtful, as if that short moment had shaken something awake inside him. Emily went back to her reading, but this time, she felt a small warmth in her heart, knowing that even in a world that often ignored her, there were still people willing to stand up for someone like her. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to subscribe for more.